Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to a new stream. Sorry, I got a bit confused because, of course, as always, my stream setup broke just 5 minutes before the stream. But here we go. Welcome to the Black Friday stream here on Galaxies.dev. I hope you had a great day. I hope you already could save some money. I have no idea where my audio is coming from, but I hear audio and I don't want to hear it. So let me turn this off. Let me know in the chat where you're from. Did you celebrate Thanksgiving? If you did so, I hope you had a great Thanksgiving time yesterday. We actually did in the family. Although we live in Germany, my brother brought back the tradition from California, so we had turkey yesterday. And by the way, a quick note, turkey is actually not too special. It's just the male version of something we eat anyway in Germany. So nothing too fancy, but I'm doing my best. Actually, I was hoping that I would feel better today. So it's gonna be a quite hard stream, I guess, towards the end. 20 people already. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're tuning in. We got a lot of fun prepared today. So let me give you a quick glimpse of what this stream deck, right? I use it like I need it one time in 5. Hear myself even twice. Oh, that wasn't good. I hope you can still hear me. I hope you can still hear me. So I gotta do the transitions manually. Why do I have a stream deck for 100 euros? Okay, so this is what we want to do today. We want to try and build this little application right here. This is the plan for today. It doesn't look like it's a lot, but there are gonna be a few interesting things. So first of all, I want to show you Expo Stack, which is a new tool to bootstrap your applications. Can I do this like bigger? Yeah, maybe like this. Okay, so we're going to talk about a new tool to bootstrap React Native applications. Then we will use a configuration which allows us to use Tamagui, which I also haven't used before on this stream. We're going to use what is formerly known as React Query, which is now called Tanstack Query, to make API calls. Tanstack Query is actually a latest version, I think 6, so that just dropped. We're using all the latest stuff. We want to use a handful of animations if possible, but that should mostly be from Tamagui, so nothing too fancy. And if we do have the time, we might also talk about MMKV. So I hope this is going to be fun. Basically, this application, as you can see, we can search for a movie. So I can search for Lord of the Rings, which will not give me the trending results, but it will give me these results. So we're gonna pick the best movie, which is of course the first. And then we're gonna have this detail page with some more information. So if we get to MMKV, we're gonna talk about this here to favorite this stuff. And if we do have enough time, we will also get into building our own menu, which will then allow us to list the stuff and then get back into it. Again, it doesn't look like it's a lot, but there are a lot of cool things included. So I hope you're gonna enjoy this. So hello, Jorge. This will be great. Looking forward to see this product. Please touch the router. Yes, we're gonna talk about routing. Ahmed, welcome. Chela, Francis, the site snake. I don't like too much Tamagui. We're gonna see if you still don't like it afterwards. Is Tamagui gonna be a paid version or free version? Tamagui has a paid offering for a startup, but as far as I know, it's going to stay free itself. Welcome to Nigeria, to Aramo, Edward, monorepository with Nextjs. I actually want to do something about monorepositories in the future, but probably not today. Also, special today, of course. We got a special going on at. Of course, I gotta do this like here. We got a special Black Friday sale in Galaxies. So in case you don't have a Galaxies account yet, which I honestly can't understand, we have a 40% discount on our annual subscription until the 27th of November, which is, if you watch this, Monday. So throughout Monday, you can get the annual Academy membership for 40% off, which brings it to just 135 per year. There are tons of courses planned for the next time. Just the list of the upcoming courses already interesting. Upcoming is deep links with Expo Router. We're going to talk about GraphQL. We're going to talk about Supabase soonish. And I also want to do something about Tamagui. So these are among the next courses, but I also want to do something about React Native testing, and there is so much more to come. So if you're interested in great courses and you like streams like this and what I say and do and how I am, then support me. You're supporting me, you're supporting these streams, the videos, and of course, a small little family here in Germany. So, thanks for taking the time. I wish we had some cool music playing, but I tried it before the stream. I really tried it. It broke everything. I had to reboot 3 minutes before the stream, so I was already in panic once again, and I didn't try to do it again. I thought everything would work, but no. Streaming from a Mac is real a pain in the backside. And I would really love to use my Stream Deck. It would be so cool if I could just press my buttons and switch between the scenes. Then it would be actually useful to like at least the tiniest percentage, but it's just the most annoying piece of technology I own. Does it do it? Oh, okay, you're doing that stuff. Okay, but I guess you can't hear that because it's a system sound. So, questions. Hey, Simon, love from India. Inamul, welcome. Welcome, June. Welcome, Edward. We already had you. Marcel, Philip, what is MMKV? MMKV is React Native MMKV. Let me show you. It's a package from MacroSavvy. It's a key value storage that is a lot faster than what you usually get with async storage. Thanks for subscribing. Francis says it's the best replacement for local storage. Yeah, for async storage. What did MMKV stand for? Key value. Memory map key value? If Mark was here, he could tell me. I think it's memory map key value. But yeah, I hope we'll get to that. Okay, we already had a good 7 minutes here in the beginning. We're getting tuned up. If you could look at this, like, I got everything around me. Here's like everything. Because I don't feel that well. I got like the nasal spray. I got tablet stuff, things, revoice. I got food in case the stream is longer. I got more food in case the stream is really long. I got coffee, I got water, I got tea, and I got a full bottle of water. The only question is now where all this water will go when I've drank it. So you can think about this. I have no solution for that yet. Okay. Francis, I will go and don't beat yourself up. Everything's good. Okay. Where do we get started? Did anyone like get a good deal, something cool during Black Friday? I'm still thinking about getting a PlayStation or something. So I'll just put it here, get 40% off with code BF2023. I'm still thinking about getting a PlayStation 5. I don't know if it's worth it, but maybe. I haven't really gotten anything else. I want to get a new iPad, but Apple is not really doing any kind of Black Friday sale. So I don't expect them to give me something. Memory map key value storage, nice. Programmers hate too much chit-chat. I agree, Manish. I agree. Manish has it right. If I just got my Stream Deck to work. No, but here we go. We're gonna start today with Expo Stack. Why are we starting with Expo Stack? Let me explain. And I'll actually close this because this is the final goal and the final thing we want to achieve. And I actually completely forgot how I created that in the first place. This is going to be fun. All right. Why are we using Expo Stack? Well, I talked to Dan Stepanov a few days ago for the Rocket Ship podcast, and he explained what Expo Stack is, and I gave it a try. And I'm really convinced that this is a great thing to start React Native projects. You know, with the Expo CLI, it's okay. You got like 5 templates, but usually they don't really work very well for me. Instead, what we can do, and let's get to like streaming here. Let's go here, and then let's paste it. So npx create Expo Stack. You could also pass in some parameters, but let's do the interactive version. So what do you want to name your project? I will name this Movie Star. Movie Star. Oh, not Movie Start. Well, it doesn't matter. Would you like to use TypeScript? Of course. Then I can select between React Navigation or Expo Router. I will use the Expo Router. I will start with a stack layout, and I want to use Tamagui for styling, and I don't need Supabase or Firebase. So I could get all of this with this one command. So npx create expo stack latest name dash dash expo router dash dash tamagui dash dash style sheet dash dash npm. Okay, I think I should actually skip these. These are like the default that would be added. And by the way, Simon actually contributed to this repository as well. There's now also a draw navigation included, so the side menu that you can pull up. In case you wonder, that was my contribution to Expo Stack, and I'm also super happy to be a sponsor of Expo Stack. Yes, next to Expo, Galaxies is a sponsor here. So if you like this, I highly recommend sponsoring Dan Stepanov. You can just do like a donation. It starts at $5 per month. If you enjoy this, this is really a great motivation for him. And all the others, like Hostner is already also working on this, so it's cool. It's like really like a community project. Howdy from South Africa. Hello, Juan. Hey, Will. Hey, Simon. This live will be recorded for your channel. Yeah, you can always watch the live stream afterwards. But the real energy is really in here today. But of course, you can watch it afterwards. Let's use Movie Start. And let's make this big enough for everyone's eyes. Okay. So let's drag it probably here. Let's go for a zoom of 4. And then we can run our application and just see what Dan configured. So npx expo, and then pressing I to open up the iOS simulator. And then we shall see. Oh, I hope I can keep up the viewer count. I know that Vadim from Not.Just.Dev is doing like his startup thing demo day in about like an hour or 2 hours. So I gotta compete with Vadim today on the viewers here. Okay, let's place it here. Probably making this a bit smaller. Okay, should be fine. What else do we need? I kind of put this above my notes, so I don't know what we actually were meant to do. So I can keep this up here. Okay, yeah, the next thing is I wanted to give this as a repository to you, because on all the other streams I get comments like, oh, where's the code, Simon, where's the code? And I always forget to create the repository. So let's just do it together. Okay, let's just create the repository together. I will call this Movie Star Stream, and then everyone will be happy. Okay, this will be a public repository on the Galaxies.dev organization. Let's hit create. And then we can set this up. So little exercise for you as well. If you're following this at home, kids, you can do this at home as well. Are any kids watching? I don't think so. So what do we have? Git status. Okay, nothing. Great. What the? Shouldn't there be files here? Like, are all the files already committed? Okay, yeah, maybe we're already committed. That could be the case. So let's add the remote. But yeah, let's add everything. Is there anything included that I don't want to expose yet? No, we should be fine. So git commit init to win it. As always, my current command, and then we want to push to our branch origin main, and voila. Here is the Movie Star Stream repository. You can all follow this. I'll put it in here. Repository. I really need some sound here. I don't know. I'm sure all of you are also listening to something, so I'm gonna tune up my lo-fi music here. Yeah, that gives me some nice vibes. Awesome. Well, got it. Hello from Brazil, man. You rock. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. You all rock. The 40 people in the stream on Black Friday. That's epic. So here we go. We have created with Expo Stack this application. It shows a details page, and we can go back. It's nothing too fancy, but we also selected a pretty basic configuration. But it is using Tamagui. It is having a stack layout, and that's pretty cool. So we basically skipped a few items ahead, because usually if you're gonna start with Tamagui, what you're gonna do is you can either select a Tamagui starter, which probably has more than you want, or you can integrate it into your environment. And I found the documentation for getting started not too great, but I know they're actually working on this. So is there like a quick start by now or something? Yeah, so you can just install Tamagui. You can also install Tamagui. Here's the walkthrough to the configuration, and that is pretty much the most important stuff. So let's see. We got the default files here, but we got the Tamagui config, and this just describes Tamagui. There are a few optional things in here. For example, this creates some sort of animation, which you don't need to have. And it creates a bunch of styled components, like a container, which is then based on already Tamagui components. So we see YStack or text. These are components from Tamagui. And we add additional styling to them, and then we can use a container element in our app, or a main, or a title. This is a pretty cool setup for creating styles and themes in your applications. You can easily change these colors later as well. I'm actually not really a Tamagui expert. I'm just trying my best, and I'm pretty sure that some of you can help me out if we got questions about Tamagui. Finally, we have the most important block, which is the create Tamagui, which defines like all the initial settings, like the default font, animations you want to supply, light colors, these tokens. So is there anything else? No, there's just some stuff beyond. So this is the Tamagui config. And again, Expo stack, it's here automatically, which is pretty cool. Do we have anything specific? Yeah, in the Babel config, you would also otherwise have a block for the Tamagui config if you would do this manually. By the way, why does my stream look so bad? Is the quality good? Oh yeah, I was just looking at it the wrong way. Okay, where did I left off? Do we have anything else? We have the app.json. Well, nothing fancy in here. Then we have our layout, which defines a stack navigation with an index page and a details page. Actually, I'm not a big fan of the stuff in here. I don't know why we have like a custom back button. I honestly don't want that. So let's get rid of the back button. We don't have to supply a header left for the details page. I really don't know why we even have that. We're gonna anyway. I feel like we should probably already. I mean, at some point we're gonna add a draw navigation, and that's going to mess up everything. I wonder if we should just do it in the beginning. Could be a good idea. Could be a good idea. What do you think? I want to do a draw right out of the gate. Yeah, I mean, routing is always pretty easy, so let's do this. Let's do this. So then we're gonna get to the movie database in a second. Anyway, I have more than an hour today. I really have a lot of time. I took a lot of time for this, so we can do 2 hours. We can go 3 hours if my voice stays for that long. So let's see how we can transform this, what we got here, into a draw navigation. Where do we begin? I think I would like to put everything we have in here into a slot, simply so we can keep like all the other loading logic in place, and make things a bit easier. So we know always we can go back to the topmost layout file for all the provider stuff, and then the routing will be somewhere else. Okay, so we put a slot in here. I will also delete the details page for now, and then create a folder in which I want to group all the things related to the draw navigation. All right, and in the draw I will start with the layout for the draw. And I also learned that we can use React Native functional export styles. Oh, I was too fast. Which gives me this nice object. I think I don't even need styles in here. Now I got too much and I can delete stuff. That's also pretty bad. Anyway. All right, so let's make this a layout. Having a bit of fun with the Expo draw. We're gonna of wrap all of this here in a drawer. Oh, we need something for the drawer, right? We need Expo Router drawer. And I think if we want to use Expo Router drawer, we need to install something. Yeah, we need to install an additional package. So we need to npx expo install React Navigation Drawer and then React Native Gesture Handler. At least I think since version 50 of Expo SDK this is required. We got a question, what is a slot? Gonna tell you this in a second. Let's put all of this here. Let's hit save. Oh no, come on, that was the wrong key. Should this be further here? We can use more space, right? We can use this. Yeah, it should be better. Okay, what a slot? Slot is from, let's remove everything that's confusing you in here. A slot is from the Expo Router as well, and just renders like the next layout file in here. It basically forwards the stuff. So we see right now it will just render our index page. We only have one index page. Pretty soon it should render whatever we define here in the draw layout. Do we actually get the draw already? No, we don't. We're not getting it yet, because we also have to put our gesture handler at the top. So around the slot, I'll already put the gesture handler root view style flex 1. I'm currently, I think, on Expo SDK 49. Yeah, 49. But with version 50, we're gonna need the gesture handler root view. Also, I wonder if we need something else in our Babel config. We have everything. I think we have not used Reanimated yet, so we should still be fine. Stream just started in time for my 2-hour bus trip. That's so awesome, Angelo. Nice, nice. Hope I can give you some nice inspiration, entertainment, and fun over the next 2 hours during your bus trip too. Where are you going? Let me know. I'm already out of coffee after 20 minutes. Well. We gotta do this. So I said I want to build the drawer, right? That was my my main thing. Our drawer will have 2 files. It will have a home and a favorites page. We could create these pages just in here. I could just create home and favorites, but they will also have like their own stacks and it just gets messy. So I will put this into their respective folders as well. So I will group them like this, home, and I will place an index.tsx tsx in the home folder. React Native function export, I will call this page, and this is home. And then we can copy this, and I will call this favorites. And in favorites, the page is favorites. Okay, whole favorites, whatever. We can get rid of the top index file. And we should see, if I refresh, it's probably already rendering, it's rendering nothing. Value, unpacker, yeah, whatever. Okay, let's implement the draw. We got 2 draw screens in here. So usually it would pick them up automatically, but I want to define some stuff for the draw screens anyway. First one being home, so that's just the name of the file. And then we can set some options. We can do this in a second. Don't have to now. Okay, close, close, close. And we have a second draw screen, which is favorites. Actually, I wonder if we need it like this, or if we could just have it in any other way. I will keep it for now. I'm worried that it's not working otherwise. So we got home and we got favorites. Going to home to see some relatives. Happy to see we're finally getting some Tamagui content. Yes, I'm also happy to see that. But first, we gotta do some reps on getting this stuff done. Is this where am I using Reanimated? For the side menu. Do I have Reanimated installed? I don't have Reanimated yet. I wonder where this error is coming from. I will just start npx expo start -- clear. So that should clear the stuff in here. Let's see if it works now. We got the draw. We can already work a bit with the draw, I guess. But it would be really helpful to see something on the screen. Why are you so slow today? This will take me hours. AI is getting better and better, and I wait 10 minutes here on my build of my demo app. Well. Draw is dependent on gesture handler and Reanimated. Okay, in that case, let's throw in Reanimated. No problem. npx expo install Reanimated. Is it just? I think it's. Is it just Reanimated? It's React Native Reanimated, right? Yeah, I was too fast on that one. Reanimated. And I should uninstall whatever is Reanimated. It's probably some package that I don't want to have. npm uninstall Reanimated. Okay, if we use Reanimated, we of course have to go to the Babel config, and in the Babel config, push this. It might look a bit different if you have a different setup. Dan just decided that this works best in case. In which case does it work best? In case of his Expo stack bootstrapping, because it puzzles together everything, and then it just makes sense to have it like this. Okay, let's see again if it works now. That would be really helpful. And then we have also Reanimated included, which can never hurt. Yes, also set the Reanimated play. Yes, we have that in here. So maybe we're gonna see something now. Meanwhile, what did I want to say? Question, did you notice if with Tamagui, when you build the app with Xcode, it stays stuck at 90? I haven't noticed that yet. I just noticed that it really takes a long time here to build my initial application. So yeah, the first time I think I noticed that this takes some time. Not a big fan of that. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I'm pretty sure Nate and the team is already making that better. And if there is something blocking, then I'm sure he will make it. Oh god, we got it. So we got 2 pages and a side draw. Why is this working? Again, this first layout file is just rendering a slot and just wrapping stuff around, so it's basically doing nothing at all. Then the next layout file is our draw layout, which defines the home and the favorites drawer. No route named favorites exists in nested children. I wonder. I think, is it because of this or because they have no? Yeah, they have no layout file. I will give you a layout file. Wait a second. Yes, we can do this. So let's give the home page its own stack navigation by creating yet another layout. Layout.tsx. Oh, I'm just too fast for the snippets. Okay, this is a layout, and this is going to be a stack from Expo Router. Okay, so now on home I have the duplicate header, but that's not a big thing. We're gonna fix that in a second. So I would actually like to use a different header color. So we're gonna switch around between the different layout files to configure this now correctly. So we can also set some general screen options for the draw itself. So I could say header shown. Do I actually want to show the header or not? I think this is more for in here, right? Now I do have the index page here. Well, we can do whatever we want. There are a few cool other things. So there is draw height status bar on open. So watch this. If you set draw height status bar on open and set this to true, then look at this area up here when I open the drawer. So I'm gonna save here. And when I open the drawer, you see it fades out that stuff. That's pretty neat, isn't it? Like, it's a cool setting. I really like that. Then I want to use a different draw active background color. And this is the first time we can use the color tokens of Tamagui. I really like to use them. So you can just import color tokens from the theme. And then you get access to a ton of tokens. So either for dark or light mode, you can just pick, and then I will go with dark, blue, and then there are different variations, pretty much like you would probably use from Tailwind. So then you see something like this. Since we have the header bar hidden here, this doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So we're gonna set this to, I set this to true. Hey, where is it? Shouldn't we see this right now? Interesting. Oh yeah, that's just the active icon. That's just the active icon in the draw bar. I forgot. Thanks if anyone said this. So now we got our drawer somewhat fixed. We're gonna make this even better. Wait for it. So we got a screen. Let's set some options here. Let's give it the title home. And the header shown false. Yeah, we can do it like this. Let's see if I now reload. It's like this. By the way, I will set my home to movie star. And I wonder if this is actually doing what I want to do. I really wonder. But something that should work is the draw icon. But I felt like the two we just used didn't really work at all. So yeah, there is color and there's also size that we can now use to attach its custom icon. I will use ionicons from Expo Vector icons, name, yeah, whatever, iOS home. And that should give us eventually a draw icon. However, I feel like we're not styling home at all in this moment. Yes, that makes more sense, right? So this is also correctly because this is the name of our folder, and then it will use the index file. So the name should always match the file name. So we got this, we got movie star, we got the nice background, and we have an icon here. We can now also change that the icon is closer to this. So we could set the draw label style to something like, yeah, it's not a cool thing, but I think this is legit. Margin left, and then you set it to something like -20. So then it brings the text closer to the icon. Okay, not the worst setup, not the worst setup. Let's do the same here. My favorites, I will get a star, star outline. And, oh, well, you mad about, oh, okay, you're still mad because favorites does not have a layout file. Yeah, I appreciate your concern for the favorites file, Expo. Okay, so my favorites and movie star, they both have their own stack layout now, which is just a stack. We're gonna define some more pages soon. Okay, this is a draw layout with Expo. Actually, I'm working on a video about that as well, coming in at some point in the future, definitely. I think it's actually coming somewhere in December. By the way, if anyone is getting Galaxies Pro Annual during the stream, please let me know in the chat. I want to personally thank you. But before that, let's check the chat. Since you have I think the folder names should be home and favorites. Since you have index files, yeah, I know it's picking up the first thing. We could, I mean, yeah, it probably looks better anyway. It probably looks better anyway. Let's change this around. Patch it around. 99 bucks in the code. Okay, everything should be done. If I recompile this, I get unmatched route because I completely messed this up. Yeah, I think if you move the files around, the package is like Metro is always gonna be confused and mad at you. Hey y'all, IG33K, what a nice name. Philip already got a recommendation for me. You can better use the color tokens with e.g. theme green for get, then light and dark mode automatically works. This is a great advice, and we're gonna put this to test. Talking of themes, I also wanted to theme my application anyway. But maybe we should put something for that on the screen. Thanks for giving maybe. Yeah, Manish, I'm happy I could solve that. Now we just need to wait 10 more minutes until this is done. I'm gonna throw in something. Where you got? Better. Okay, home favorite. We got this. Oh, come on. Okay, yeah, well, that brings me to a different problem now. Because it's looking for an index file and it can't find an index file. But we could have an index here with a redirect, I assume. That should work. Let's give this a try. Okay, page, and I will just return a redirect. I think this is a common problem with Expo Router. I want to redirect to /draw/home. Let's see if that works. I mean, this should be the first page that's picked up, isn't it? Yeah, it's doing the read. Yeah. Oh, but now it turns up here. Yeah, I could probably also put it at the top level. That won't hurt. Right? Are we good now? Index? Yes, movie star. Index here and home. Okay, good. Coming back to the let's talk more about Tamagui. Yeah. Let's get rid of this. Let me do a little commit here. I'm honestly scared. I don't want to mess something up. So we're gonna draw working. Gonna commit this already. Commit and push here. All right, let's go. I wanted to use a theme around my app, but right now we can't really see the effect of a theme. So where do we start? Probably on home, although home does not look like I wanted it to. So let's check out the layout for home, which defines the stack here. Okay, we're gonna do screen options up here again. And we can now use what was the name? Philip recommended. So instead use theme. Do I have to use themes or theme? I guess themes. Themes dot want to use blue? Nope. There's no code compilation for themes, so that's apparently not the right one. Philip, what is the right one? Is it uppercase theme? No, that's not the right one. So Philip is trolling us into using themes and then leaving us alone here. Just kidding. But for a second, I will just replace this with the dark color. Type string is not assignable to... Yeah, that's totally correct. This one is background color. Yes. And if we set the background color, then we should also set this. Okay, nice. We got a nice blue header up here. Let's check. We're gonna check the documentation simply for themes. I found this to be confusing as well, by the way. We got tokens, and then we can use tokens.color. Okay, we got subset themes. Yeah, this is what I wanted to do. So I want to wrap a theme around my application. I want to wrap this here in the layout around my slot. So I will use theme, and I will use, what is it, name? Nice, I think we got like blue. I want to use a blue theme for this application. Okay, this won't change anything by default. But if we put something into home, some sort of component, let's use a, I don't know, like a card. A card is usually a good idea. Show me the code of that That's too fancy for a code demo, isn't it? Let's just try it. If I put this into my home file, into the view. Oh goodness, that was a very horrible idea. I don't want to use that one. Let's use this one here. The Y stack. Oh no. Let's just do it ourselves. Okay, we got a card with a header and footer. Any other component, then this got to be imported from Tamagui. So now we got like a bluish card, as you can see up here. If I put something into the header, like a text element, header, has no closing tag, yeah. Okay, of course the color here is white. Can we use something from the Tamagui config? So we're getting really now into Tamagui. We can use it like a container. We have main, we have title, we have a subtitle defined, and we have a button defined. Let's see. Okay. So if I now do something different for the layout, if I use like green, yeah, the card certainly turns green. Let's use red. It's like a very like small contrast change here, but I hope you can still see it. Like if you change the theme, the default color used for the component changes. I really like theming. I'm a big fan of theming. With Ionic it was also pretty easy, so I definitely like this theming approach. However, Philip disappeared and let us here with green4.get. Let's see if we can make this work without him. Colors. So these are the Tamagui colors that we can import. That's nice. But he recommended to use it somehow different with the tokens. Okay. So yeah, there are a ton of tokens defined that we can use. But that's not exactly what I wanted to. Okay, you can also, okay, you can get it like theme, use theme, and then okay, good. We can do this, fam. We can do this together. So I still want to set this to blue. Then my header bar here. Okay, yeah, this is actually the one right here. If you're worried that we don't have a button, by the way, let's quickly add that. So if you go to the home layout, and then define one stack for the stack screen name index. In that index file, which is like the first thing that is shown here, close it up here. Set the options. I set the title here to finally movie star. So that should change our title. Good. And we want to set the header left button to a custom button, and God bless, there's actually a draw what is called draw toggle button from React Navigation that you can just use, and then you get it. Only thing is, we probably want to use a different tint color, so let's use white here, and then we got our toggle for the menu. I feel like it's too far to the right. I don't know who made them. I always feel like there's a little disconnect between stack and draw navigation, but maybe it's just me. I'm an idiot. Could be as well. Okay, so let's try this. I'm gonna use theme in here from Tamagui, and instead I will call theme.get. What did I use in the documentation? Theme.color1. Okay. Well, the user returns a variable. When you run create Tamagui, you return themes. Theme parse, these mean always have been converted from this into a theme. The use theme hook uses proxies. Background get. Interesting. There's so many things. I talked to Dan Stepanov before, and he said like, the coolest thing about Tamagui is it's not the components or something, it's really what you can build with it. It's like there's a lot more going on with the compiler and beyond the scenes. Like I think I should do like a really deep dive course onto this, as there's a lot more going on. Okay. Question is, what did I use? Yeah, blues. All right. Well, then let's use it like this. If the cool kids are using it like this, we're doing it as well. Okay. Do we? Yeah, I feel like we should do one more thing just to round up the navigation. And then we kind of have this finished. So once we get some data, and can I change this? Of course not. Why should my Stream Deck suddenly start working, right? Oh my. Why should you? So if we click on a trending movie, remember the movies application we had, we're going to get into the details page. And that page can be either a movie or a TV. Like that's from the API, we're going to get different results. We're going to calculate that in, so we're going to have that in the URL of our application because Expo file-based router and whatnot. So we're going to have to make sure that we actually have 2 pages that cover both scenarios. And finally it works. Finally it works. So in my home folder, I will create a new folder that I will call movie. I will just probably just do it for movie now. And in movie, we're gonna have a file which has id.tsx, native functional export page, and in that page, we will be able to get that ID by using const id equals use local search params from Expo Router. You can also have this strongly typed with ID string. And I'll just put a lock down here. By the way, that's called turbo lock. I always get the question. Turbo console lock. That's the thing. So you highlight something and then you can just press Control Alt something and it will lock in the next line with that statement. Just a little information because I know the question is coming up in the comments. I'm sure the question will come up anyway. We can also, well, we don't have to. I mean, we're now in the ID page, so we don't need to use the segment. That's good. But we should now include this in our layout. So going back to my stack layout, I will copy this for another one. This one is movie /ID. Title will be nothing, and there shouldn't be anything else. So let's just see how we can get to that page real quickly. We can just put in a link here using the Expo Router component link href 2/movie/1. Well, that is not a right link. We're gonna have something like draw and then movie 1, right? Draw /home/movie 1. So, oh, okay, yeah, it has no closing tag. Yeah, whatever, this is just a test. Okay, the href is wrong. What's the right href? Draw /home movie in brackets 1. Come on. Nice, there we go. And voila, we can go here. Only got a problem, no route name movie ID exists in... Yeah, movie should have no brackets. I'm sorry, I don't know, I confused myself on that one. Now it should be right, okay? We just refresh and reload. Movie 1, come on, goodness. Okay, I tried all the ways, it's not working. Now we finally have the way that works, right? Yes, here we go. Okay, here you see we have our own stack navigation in that home screen. By the way, I just noticed that I completely forgot one thing. And that is that if you're interested, I don't know if I said this before, if you're interested in Expo Router and what I'm currently doing, I'm actually giving a live workshop in the 14th of December. So you still got a bit of planning time. It's basically yesterday in 3 weeks. It is Europe time, 9 a.m., 2 p.m. We're going to talk about all things Expo Router. So this is a Zoom remote workshop in which I will guide you through all the navigation layouts, the routing concepts. We're going to talk about universal apps with web support, what you get from the router, and also a little case example with authentication. So in case your company has a budget for training and you want to learn more, you say, hey, I really like this Simon guy. It's pretty cool how he explains stuff, and I can really follow him for 5 hours. Then here is the Expo Router workshop link. Send it to your boss or whoever needs to pay for your education, or of course you can just sign up for yourself if you're interested. And I really enjoy having you included. I actually gave you the secret link with the early bird discount. So psst, this is actually not valid anymore. That might disappear pretty soon, the early bird. Okay. I just want to mention this because we're doing a lot with the Expo Router here, and this stuff can really get confusing. So I hope this might help some of you. 50 people still in the stream. How's the energy, people? My stream deck works, so I'm extremely pleased so far. I'm also extremely pleased because we're 50 minutes in and we have basically touched nothing essential so far. Oh my. That feels good. It feels good. It feels good to be back. I wanted to do a live stream for a very long time. I always, you know, this is already the second time we have a cold. The whole family has a cold. Second time of the season. It's not even winter in Germany yet. My watch says I should stand real quickly, so let me just quickly get my steps into my watch. All right, you should do this every like 45, 50 minutes anyway. It's better for you. Oh, come on, Apple, I did it. I should have done it already. Tell me you did it, Expo. My. Finally. Okay, here we go. Let's talk about the API. We are using... Oh, I didn't say. Okay, we're using the movie database. This is a pretty cool API. I used it before. You can sign up for free at themoviedb.org. And then create an API key. I should have an API key somewhere. At least I thought so. And I'm gonna place it in an environment file here. Okay, .env. All right, this is my key. I'm gonna use this right now. Oh my, I wanna do so much today. Whew, it's going to be a long afternoon. All right, let's put our API calls in a services folder. Let's just structure this in a nice way. So I'm gonna do a new file in here. I will just call this api.ts, and we're gonna introduce Tanstack Query in a second to this as well. Now, let's grab the API key from my environment. Process.env.expo. Oh no. Expo public key. I hope that's right. And I wanted to also define some interfaces for the API. So let's maybe do this in a new folder, interfaces. Oh, the good old bug. It's just working on the second try. Interfaces. So let's do one for like an API result. Okay, how do we get an API result? That's a good question, fair question. We should be able to v3 API references, like we want to get the trending movies. We want to get all trending movies, so this would be our call. Let's see, I think I have something here in VS Code. Is this Postman? No, here. Okay. I will do a new get request. And oh, invalid API key, yeah. How is the API key usually included? How's the API key included with question mark API key, yeah. And API key, and where is my API key? It's here. And I have another recommendation. So let me see. Yeah, this works. Experiments type routes true, tsconfig path true. Yes, do we actually have this set up correctly? I wonder. Type routes true. No, we have not used experimental path yet. tsconfig path true. I definitely want to have that as well. But if we want to use that, You also have to update your tsconfig with the path block like this. Okay. You may need to restart views. No, I think, Manish, that should usually work like this. Okay, so let's say this is my API response. If I now want to use that response to generate some interfaces, I will just copy this out, head over here and press JSON to TypeScript convert from clipboard, which gives me this nice root object and a results array. I will actually call this trending result, and the results are, it's like a result item. Now I will make sure that I export these interfaces. So we got a nice setup for TypeScript. There is also, yeah, something I wanna, oh, that was horrible English, but I was having the bonbon. Okay, so we wanna export an enum as well. Can you see this at the bottom, I hope. I will call this media type. So as I said, stuff could be a movie or it could be TV. So why don't I create this one here? Export enum media type, movie or TV, and that will come in helpful later. Trust me, it will be helpful. Okay, with that in place, we are ready to work on our index page, I think. Or we're actually able to make the API call in the first place. So let's go to our API servers again. And let's do export const get trending. Oh, what is this? That's right, yeah. Okay. Actually, I will just do it like with page 1. Don't have to pass in anything. We can now call, we can just make a fetch call. Const response equals await fetch. Yes, the API. The movie DB3 trending. All, we could use day or week, doesn't matter. My API key and the page. I also want to add the language. Okay. And we got that. Then we need to convert this to JSON and then we return it. Thank you so much. While we're here, let me do 2 more things. I will actually bring them in because they're pretty boring. So what I also want to have is a function to get a search result for a query string, which is using pretty much the same stuff. And then I have another one to get the movie details. So this is down here. Nothing really special going on. It's just, yeah, to get our details. What do I want to continue? Let's see. We are on the home screen. Oh yeah, we need Tanstack. Good point. Actually at list item number 4. That's good. So here we go. Tanstack Query version 5. This was previously called React Query. I think we had a live stream on this. Yeah, I think we had a live stream. So there was recently an article that convinced me to always use this. You can find it somewhere. I tweeted about this. Basically, yes, in simple cases, you could just make a fetch call in your use effect and call it a day, but there are so many things wrong about that, including race conditions and handling errors and whatnot, that it just makes so much more sense to add Tanstack Query to your application, and that totally convinced me to do it as well. What's going on with my English? It's getting too late. So we're gonna set this up. It's actually really easy to set this up. I hope I don't mess things up right now. What we want to do is, what do we want to do? That's a good question. I wanted to place this somewhere at the top level, I think. So I will add a new file and I will call this query client. I do this because this makes it easier in case you want to debug that stuff with, I think, Reactotron or something I used in the past. And if you have it like this, you can import that file somewhere else a bit easier. You can also check the previous stream where we did all of that. Once we got that, we can head over to our topmost layout file. And now wrap this somewhere here around, probably like, I don't know, around the theme. doesn't matter too much. I want to use the query client provider, and using our query client. So that is the thing we just added, and the query client provider comes from, come on, you can do this, from Tanstack Query, of course. Okay. Did we not install this like a second ago? Let's see. React Query. Yes, we did. Query client provider cannot find name. Yeah. I didn't mean. Yeah. That's what I meant. Sorry about that. I of course meant that. Okay. So now we're getting closer. We're really getting closer. Because now we can make our call in home. And we can easily use Tanstack Query. Are you streaming on Twitch too? Apparently not. I somehow broke my connection to Twitch, and I fear to make it even worse. I know my streaming is like it's a total mess at this point. But usually, like, I had 5 people watching on Twitch and 50 here on YouTube. It didn't really make sense to me. So let's get back to the homepage and create our trending query. So const trending query equals use query. This is how you use Tanstack Query. This is not how you use it. Oh my. Okay, use query. And we're gonna use the query key. So this is where your result is stored, under which key, because it's essentially a state management. And then we have the query function, which is pretty much any kind of asynchronous function. In our case, we can just put in the function we wrote like 5 minutes ago, which was get trending with a page. Yeah, let's just remove this and just set page to 1 for now. Okay, we have the trending query. That means we can build our view. I probably need to reload the whole fun here. Yeah, let's do a reload. Better, that's better. Unable to solve query client, your query code not found in the project or in the directories. Query client from query client. I'm pretty sure it is there. I don't know where it should be else. Like, this is the place to be. We have the query client. It should be there, right? Query client. Did we forget anything? Is anyone having a decent eye and checking you import from @query? And yes, I did, but that was intentional because I created the query client up here. When I run the Burak says, when I run the npx expo command, I got the following: I cannot find module dist compile code gen. That sounds ugly. Honestly, I don't know. Is it like, is this new, or is it like, can you use the Expo CLI? And by the way, we fixed this problem here. So now I want to do some Tamagui in here. I will try and use the main component, which should work, hopefully. Yes. I also want to use like an image background up here, which is, by the way, not a special Tamagui component. Source equals Yuri, and I had a Yuri prepared. I just need to find this somewhere. Then I want to give this some styling. So yeah, that's not the style I wanted. Let's do a full width. and a height of, I don't know, 200 or something. I had an image somewhere here from, yeah, I found this on the movie database. This is it. Nice. We're getting closer. We're finally making progress. My main component, again, this comes from the predefined of Expo.dev. It's just main and a flex direction of column, so nothing too fancy. And by the way, what we can do is, of course, as well, we haven't done this before, checking out the stuff here on web. Why not? Because with web, that's actually, I mean, that's one of the cool things with Tamagui, that the output for web is really, really epic as well. So we should pretty soon see our application come up here, at least in a second. Meanwhile, we can continue. So I want to wrap the whole rest in a container, and I want to use a Y stack from Tamagui. So you can imagine what a Y stack is. X stack would be this, or from here to there, and Y stack is like top down. In the Y stack, I'm gonna put a title. I think, did we define like a title? Yeah. I don't want that stuff. That was a bit too much. I just want to do it like this. Where is my title? And voila. Okay, here we see actually the title. In the other case, we don't see it yet. Good. The container has flex. What is the container in our case? Flex and some padding. Main does have flex 1 and the maximum width. I actually don't want to give it flex 1 because that's not really what I want. So let's check the Tamagui config, and I can change for main. Also, if I don't want this, come on, I want you this one here. Oh, it actually spans the full thing. Is it not using the maximum width of 960, or am I not using? Okay, I use main from Tamagui. In that case, it makes sense. But if I would use main from my actual config, so the component I prepared, then it should have a maximum width of 960. So it ends here, and all of this is free. So I definitely want to change that. Therefore, I go into my Tamagui config, I change this, comment this out for now, and now we have it. So the live reload for the web is really that fast. I really like it. It's really, really cool. Okay, so title is for some reason not yet displayed. We got the container, we got the Y stack, we got the title. Why is there like, where's my title? I also need an input field. I'm just trying to put these on the screen for now. Yeah, placeholder search. Okay, we're here. Why are we below the image background? And why did it work before in my example? Oh, what did I do? I probably changed something in my Tamagui config, although I don't think so actually. Let me do my eye. No, I can't see a difference. Everything good. Default body font animations, should something, shorts, themes, tokens. Nothing changed. What's wrong with my image background? If anyone sees or notices a problem here, let me know. Do I have to? Ah, yeah. Got it. Of course, the image background should be the background of this container. That was the whole point of having it. Ah, nice. Thanks for the fix, people. Nice mustache. Thank you. That's the spirit. Honestly, I wanted to just try this. Early November, I just wanted to always try this. I wanted to be honest, let's say Theo looks cool and the Prime Agent looks cool. I just want to try it out, and it was November. Aaron Rodgers is doing it, so I wanted to try it, and it didn't look as bad as I thought. And I kind of wanted to let it grow back over the last couple of days. And my wife was yesterday like, I kind of like it. It's okay. It's good. Keep it. So here we go. I'm keeping it for now. For the moment, it's here. It's here to stay. What's here to stay is also my cold. It's annoying. Super annoying. I have it like 12 days. Okay, implementing the search is a different topic. We're going to talk about that later. We're already doing this an hour and I say later. And everyone's like, no, I gotta go. I need to work today. No. All good. Okay, so you see we can use some pretty cool stuff on our things. Actually, what I found as well to be really easy from Tamagui is using something like enter style. So you can easily say enter style. So when this enters, it should come from an opacity of 0. Okay, let's just try the easiest possible example. If I now refresh this, oh, there was an error. No animation prop given to prop. These styles will be ignored. Oh, yep. Next to the enter style, we need to define the animation. So in this case, the animation, I will use the animation quick. I think we defined this in our, yeah, we have these animations created here. I think I like the default. Yeah. Have you seen that? It was very short. You can of course put in more. So let's say I want to use scale 1.5 and y minus 10. Okay, we do it like this. Then it should like vroom, come in. Okay, that's the dream. Let's see. Okay, you've seen that? It's not too big, but I wouldn't make my animations too big. Just like a tiny thing going on. And I think this is pretty cool. By default, I think it's using Animated from the library. You could, if you wanted to, also plug in Reanimated or something else. So that's totally up to you. On the web, yep, doing that thing on the web as well. I just like that it's so easy to add stuff like this. So I will keep it. Okay, where do we continue? We got this stuff. We wanted to do the trending, right? So let's do it down here. I will use my subtitle component. Subtitle component should say something. So we're gonna do either a trending query or a search query. I wanted to do like a little switch here. So I'm gonna copy this and make a second query. This is like my search query. So people can either instantly get the trending stuff or see a search query, okay? That's the idea. For now, I'll just keep it like this. So this means we also should have a search string with use state that's connected to our input field. Where's my input field? Here. I want to say search for a movie, TV show, person, something else. I want to make the placeholder text color white, so that should look a bit better. Yes, okay. Although it wasn't too bad. I'm gonna give this a border width, so you can just use all of this directly now. You see, I can just do like a border width 4. You see how it changes here? So that is really cool of Tamagui. You can just use everything directly here. I really like that. You can also do like size tokens. Not LG. You can do like $4. Oops, I don't want to close this. So I think this is more like, you see, this is smaller. This is a bit better. 4 is, I think 4 is okay, right? Yeah, 4 should be okay. Then we have the value, of course, which is my search string. And then on change text, I want to set the search string. So we have our search input field. Good. Next thing is the view with the results. So this subtitle, I will just say trending for now. Yeah, that should have probably some padding. If you want padding, just give it padding. It is exactly like you would think. So just P10. You could also do padding top 10 or padding left. It is exactly like Tailwind's CSS, but on React Native components. I really like it. I think I'm going to use this more often. You can also like do now more enter animations in case you like want to just animate this from an opacity with an animation. And what did I break now? Yeah, and it just fades in a bit. Okay, if anything is loading, I want to show a spinner. So if trending query is loading, this brings us back to we're using Tanstack Query, which is really, really nice. If this one is loading or my search query is loading, in that case, I want to render a spinner. We can do this from Tamagui as well. Do we have to... Okay, yeah, then we have to this or fall by... I mean, we can do it a different way. We're the cool kids. If this or that and this. Okay. Let's turn it around. So we finally see the spinner. For debugging, a bit better to just turn around, negate your expressions. The spinner can be styled as well. Let's use size, large. And once you get into Tamagui and how to use this stuff, it becomes really, really easy, and you can really do your applications in a really fast way. I can now use a color attribute also on every component. And you see I got access to all the tokens here, which is really nice. So I will use like blue 10, and I have a blue loading spinner. Writing. It feels so refreshing actually to not write any style sheet and any CSS today. I think we won't touch CSS at all today. So let's do now a scroll view for our components down here. This will be a horizontal scroll view. It should not show the horizontal scroll indicator. And then we can go over the results. What is this? Copilot, are you correct? You can't be. Card does not have an image. No, it's not working like this, my friend. It's just not working like this. I want to do anyway something else. This is a bit tricky, but we're gonna have either a search query or a trending query, and the way to make this as easy as possible is probably gonna have to do some refactoring later into its own component. Do we want to do it in an own component right now? It would be cleaner, but it would be maybe confusing. Oh, let me take a sip of coffee. It's actually tea. By the way, for everyone new, if you missed the beginning of this stream, I just want to highlight that I heard that today at Galaxies.dev you can get 40% discount on the Black Friday on the Pro subscription. Check it out, Black Friday BF 2023 is the code you can use during checkout. Oh no! Oh, what was that? Whoo! Bullet dodged. I don't know what happened, but that was terrifying me for a second. Whew! I should not do that again. I should not do that again. All right. Oh, you said you want to do this in a custom component, right? I heard you. I heard you say that. Let's do it. Let's do a new file. Thank you. Once again, the bug components / movie card.tsx. Okay. Type movie card props. It will get a movie which is of the type result item. Okay, now our types come in really handy. Const movie card. And we can destructure this. We can get our movie from the props, and we can return something. Actually, if we just return something, we can also use just the regular brackets. We don't need anything else. Can we say export? Do I want to use, like, I know there's a difference between export default movie card and export. I just Kenzie Dots could probably explain this better than I can, so I will just use it like this. What do you want to put in here? I essentially want to put in a link from the Expo Router, which is an href to the details page. So the details page in this case would be /draw home / movie / movie ID. Mostly correct, yeah. And then we're gonna do everything as child. Then we'll just say text movie card for now. Okay. Let's do text. Oh, come on, just import the text. I don't care where it comes from. From Tamagui. Let's add some imports up here from Tamagui. Okay, now we can use that to create our list. So let's go down here. And we can create a movie card. We don't... Do we need the key? Yeah, we need the key. The movie is the item. So now, cannot read property. Okay, trending query, data, results, map. We should probably wrap this. Actually, we don't have to, I think. I mean, we shouldn't have to. It should work just like it is. Okay, debugging. What's the problem? Cannot read property map of undefined. Yeah. Trending query .data .results .map. I mean, only do it if you have results, right? Data .results and something. Now I need to. It's getting a bit ugly in here for my. This is really a bit ugly now, and I don't know if this is the way to go. Yeah, it looks like it is. Are we actually doing a trending query? That is a good question. Get trending. I'm gonna place a little log statement here, and then we shall see. JSON invalid API key. You must be granted a valid key. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I got a Expo public API key. That one is good. Where's my Expo public? Yep, I messed that up. That one's on me. Yep, we're getting stuff. We're getting stuff. So you see, we have a horizontal scroll bar. And now it's easy. Now you can just ask Copilot, hey, please create me this movie card. It's really, honestly, that's like probably the best way to do it. We haven't released a lot of AI today. I'm sorry. We could do more. We could certainly do more. We also got to check here. Movie is actually not correct in the URL. We have to check if movie.media type is equal to movie. So only if that's the case, I want to use movie in the URL. Otherwise, we have something like TV or so. Oh, but then it will complain. Yeah, then the href complains. To do, got a to do here. To do at movie at TV type. Okay, good. We're hopefully gonna fix that later. Now let's create for every movie a little card here instead of the boring text element. So let's use a card from Tamagui. We got that, and we can start with some. What do I want to put in, by the way? I want to put this in the card.header, I think. So in the card header comes the image. Source should be. No, that's not correct. The source is a bit different. So the movie poster is, I think, not the whole thing. Image. What is missing? Oh yeah. Yuri. That should be the right way to use it. And it is not source, but source. Okay. We need a little styling here. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad, right? We're making progress, huh? That's something. I think we're doing good. I honestly wish somebody could bring me a coffee now. Maybe we're gonna have to do a little coffee break in a minute. Just a quick coffee break. So now I want this to have no padding. So I will say 0. Does this work? Nice. Yeah, I really like Tamagui. I really like it. It's cool. It's cool. Okay, let's try to generally give that card some styling. I want to make this an elevated card. I want to give this a width of 150 and a height of 260. So there will be some text below the elements. We can also do something like a scale here. Why did I use this? I wonder. Okay, yeah, because then we can have it like this. And what I found pretty interesting is, so if I use this now, I can click to it and I get to the details page. And same here on the web, I can just click it and get to the details page. But Tamagui wouldn't be Tamagui if there wasn't hover styles and press styles. So now we got hover on the web. Isn't that cool? I honestly hate if you want to do like Expo or React Native web. It just sucks. Honestly, it just not great. But here, I even get like hover out of the box. This is so great. If you want to do anything universal, please just use Tamagui. And even here, if I press this, you notice? Like you get this press thing going on. That is so cool. You just get this like this. So just define what happens when you hover or press. I'm really impressed by Tamagui. And I'm gonna make the animation for this use our bouncy animation. Yeah, now we're gonna reload because everyone's mad at me. So now it looks, oh come on, this is like the best hover effect I ever did. You get it like out of the box with Tamagui. Like, I don't know. What did I do before? I really don't know. Okay, let's use a width of 150 because I think we can use like the full stuff and maybe a height of 200. Okay, looks better, looks better, looks better. Let's do a footer for the card as well. And then we'll use a Y stack. So Y stack is just basically it's flex direction row, like everything below each other. And the X stack would be flex direction column. In the Y stack, I can now place my text elements, which I can also style easily. And this will be movie.title or movie.name. So TV shows and movies, they have different name properties. I want to use the color, something like light blue or so. I should probably use it from the theme, but I just want to use light blue. Also, this one should actually have some sort of padding. Okay, yeah, better. And in the white stack, so this text should also have a font size of 20. So for everyone still watching, we still have like 53 people in the stream. I know you're on the bus to your relatives, you're at work, you're just having this on in the background. I know, I just know how it works. I know that you're not there the whole time to watch me coding. I just know it. You would just want to hear if Simon gets into a problem and then tune in and then watch it. But I would like to know, you see now, Tamagui, how we add it to the components, how it works in the native application, how it looks in the web with hover and style. What is your first impression of Tamagui? Just let me know in the chat. Like, do you think it's cool? Do you think it's hot? Do you think like meh? I really love to know what you think because I was really impressed when I got this to work. So please let me know while I take a sip of coffee. It's still tea. I don't know. And meanwhile, I will also get on a bit with the code. So we can. The doc is a bit messy. Yeah, Francis, I 100% agree on that. The getting started stuff, it's horrible. It's like, to be honest, real talk, it's the worst thing I've ever seen. It's so confusing. I know that Nate, who was also on the podcast as well, is doing an incredible job. And what Tamagui offers is really incredible. Not just the cool component and stuff, but everything beyond that. The tokens, the themes, the optimized compiler, everything is really, really amazing. But documentation, getting started, explaining what Tamagui is, gotta give that really, really bad note. But maybe that's getting better over the next time, and then then we're gonna want to see if more people come into it. So what am I doing here? I wanted to do something like yeah, this is probably going to crash, right? No, it's not. Oh, that's interesting. You can also give it a theme right here. I wanted to try this out, so I want to use like I think you can use like an alternative theme. This is so interesting. There's like so much more than you can try out with Tamagui. Alt is not a L2 is a theme, right? Applies a theme to this element. This is so cool. Like the whole theming thing. I definitely need to get more into this. Okay, what do you say? It's good, but for me, I like to have monorepo, starter, React Native, remakes, Tamagui. Yeah, I mean, why not? Yeah, why not? You can also have Expo with Solito. For instance, a lot of infos, but doc is not so easy. Agree. It's good, but I still prefer GlueStick. They're close to each other. Yeah, Mohanad. I agree. I think I had some contact with the GlueStick guys as well, so gonna maybe look into that as well. Okay, great first impression. Wondering about pricing and stuff. You can use Tamagui for free. It's totally free. Tamagui, it's like Tailwind. It's free. The only thing that costs something currently is Takeout. So Tamagui Takeout is like an opinionated starter. It's a mono repository with Expo and Solito, with Tamagui, and a lot of things and screens included. This is a paid thing, but you don't have to use that. You can also come up with this yourself if you want to. By the way, I think it's currently on like there's like a Black Friday discount, isn't it? Have a coupon code. I don't know. Didn't Nate say something on Twitter about this or Tamagui? Let's quickly check this out. Tamagui. I think they tweeted something about this. Something 40 Black Friday. Yeah, so you can get 40% discount with code Black Friday. Yeah, which brings it. Oh, I got this again. Which brings it down to 113. I think I'm gonna actually get this after the stream, just to support Nate in the project, and I think it's going to be helpful, at least to see some stuff. What else do you say? Great first impression. I'm a freelance React Native developer, and I'm traveling the world as a digital nomad, but I'm trying to improve myself with your videos. Keep coding. Thank you for that. I hope you're doing great. Hope you're having a great year, 2023, and hope you're having even better 2024. But I'm pretty sure you're killing it. Also, if you're following my videos, so you're hopefully gonna pick up a few things here and there. Which brings me back to this one here. So we have kind of completed our movie card silently. I think this looks pretty cool, but to our scroll view we add some padding. So I want to add some Y padding, like 40, and I want to add the content container style. Gap between the items of 14. Thank you for this. And I would like to also include a padding left, so it's not starting hugged to the screen. Voila! Oh no, I forgot something. We don't have the search yet. Okay. That should be easy. Let's do this. Let's do the search. I'm pumped for the search. Search query is different now. So we just copied this. This is of course totally wrong. What is right is if we add search and the search string. Now, hear me out on the search string. if I type something in here and immediately start the search, it's going to cost you. I mean, not you, but if you implement this with an API, it's going to cost you. So usually you have like a debounce time. A debounce time is I type something, and when I stop typing, there's like a 200, 300, 400 milliseconds delay, which is the debounce time. And you want to add that to a search bar. And I found different ways to do this. I think the one I ended up using was having my own use debounce hook. Yeah, I know, sounds horrible. There was actually also something you could import, but let's just do it like this. Use debounce.ts. You will be able to find all. Hello. Can you just open that file? What is this? Like, what is this? Oh, you made use debounce as a path of that. That is so wrong. Use debounce.ts. Okay, so this is it. It's actually not too fancy, but I found this, I think, on Stack Overflow. It's basically just doing exactly what I just described. It's debouncing that value, and after a certain delay, it will set your state. So it will update the state. Okay, so let's just introduce this in our page. And maybe before I do that, I just want to quickly generate a commit message and push the code before I mess up everything here in the project. Okay, back here. So we can now use a debounced string using our own hook, use debounce. We're gonna pass in the search string. So after a certain delay, it should use my search string, and then set that argument of type string is not. Where is use debounce? No, I don't want to use debounce from Tamagui. Okay, Tamagui seems to have used debounce as well, but that totally didn't work for me. I want to use my own debounce string. Okay, now I can use the debounce string as the query key in here. And for the query function, I want to use my previous function. As I need to pass something to it, I need a bit different syntax. So get search results from services API using the debounce string, and I will also only enable this if the debounce string is longer than 0 characters. Oh, why do I do this the whole time? Oh, it didn't do this in the past. That is interesting. Like on a stream, it's just making this white. When I don't know why. I have no idea. Anyway. Okay, hope that makes sense. Because otherwise we would always query the API with a search right here. Actually, it would be cool to like add a little log. So let's do a log here. Search for, so let's just do search and then query. Okay, so we're gonna have a little log here, and we should always see when we do a search query. So if I do this, no search query yet. Now we gotta check if I type something like Lord, and you see, oh, come on, annoying. Show without, like, I just want to have the screen brush. Why is it so? I don't know what this is. I just want to show you the screen brush, but it's opening up this white screen of doom here. Okay, I can't paint today's stream anymore. Oh my. So we see the debounce stuff is working, and I get the result here. That means I can now integrate my search query. So if we do have a search query, I want to show something else than trending in the subtitle. So I want to check if search query.data.results exists, then I will say yes, search results, and I will say trending. Okay, yeah, good. If I go back, then I'm back at trending. Good, we fixed that one. Now we just gotta check down here. This is going to be a bit more complicated, I guess. If we do have search query data, I want to have this, and otherwise I want to have that. But we're gonna have to do a bit different syntax here. We gotta do it with brackets like this. Okay. I probably need a fragment here as well. I think I just made this work. Let's see. It works. Nice. Oh my. 2 hours in, we finished the first screen. But well, we accomplished really a lot. We talked already about routing, styling Tamagui, app setup, React query. I think it's not too bad. And we got this cool view. And now I know want to go back. I'm back to trending with an empty array, and I can go into details. Nice. Ah, nice. It should work nicely on the web as well. Pretty cool. And I'm really like a big fan of that hover. Nate, kudos. This is so great. I like it. I really like it. Okay, I should not sleep on this because we got still a few more things to implement. So first, on the movie page, let's do a quick commit here as well. Yeah, now everything seems to work. At search functionality, debounce time, commit and push. Okay. I got tons of emails. So if you went Galaxies Pro during the stream, I'm very thankful. Thank you so much for supporting me. I couldn't look up all the signups. Friday, November 24th. Yeah, there are a lot already. So thank you all. Thank you so much. Back to the details page. Or, well, it's not really yet a details page. Oh, this is like a long page. Oh. Okay, we can do this. So here's the thing. We have movies and we have TV shows, and we need to distinguish between them. I wanted to have them with different kind of routing, so I set up a movie folder, and I think I will set up a TV folder. I tried making this work with segments, and probably we can refactor this later. But for now, what we're going to do is I want to copy the movie folder and call this TV. And then we're going to place a details page in components. So this is a totally legit way. Details page.tsx. Details page, okay. And then in both movie and TV, we're going to just basically display that page. So if I'm on the movies page, I got the ID, and then I'm gonna render the details page from my components. I will pass in the ID, so I'm gonna have to use that, and then I will use the media type. We should probably define the interface, then it makes a whole lot more sense. So on the details page, type details page props, and that will get an ID string. And also a media type, which is a media type. Can you just import that? Thank you. All right, and then we can grab it in here. ID and media type, destructured from the details page props. Cool. Okay, back to the movie page, and now it makes sense to pass in the media type. In this case, the media type would be movie. So I can just use my enum media type.movie, and that makes it basically that's it. Okay, so this is the short movie page, and I can now take this and do it pretty much exactly here. Okay, I can just take everything, makes more sense, and just say this is TV. Okay, good. So now we can simply work on our details page component instead of in the different folders. I think I might, okay, we got a nice comment from Michael. I'm gonna check this out in a second. But before that, I'm gonna have to change my layout here. So now we not only have movie ID, but we also have TV ID. And also there's like no back up there. I would really like to have a header back title, something like this. I think that should work with the header back title. Yeah, better. That's better. The movie list would look better if you set a max width and self-center so it looks good on web as well as the search bar. Yep, very well. We're gonna do this. Let's do it. So the movie list and how the movie list appears on the web. Okay. Yeah. We probably... Okay, that's now the problem of my... I mean, I could limit the container in my... Maybe that makes sense. If I use max width for the container, that won't hurt. Container. Why does it still use that one? I'm using the container here. I mean, the image background should stay like that, but the container should now have a maximum width and a justify content self-center. I don't know if it's just not compiling right now again. Or what did you say? Is it align item? I always get confused with both self-center and everything else. But we could probably also set this on our own somewhere else. We could set this directly in the index page, I assume. So on my container, can we set like a maximum? Okay, yeah, okay. Should probably check out the different sizes from Tamagui. Yes, the Movember is ready. What is this? Search for a... Oh yeah, I messed up the container. Where's my Tamagui? Where's Tamagui? Macro savey, configuration, themes, stack, tokens. How can we make it to 20? No, this is like, I think I was there before. I was somewhere. It's like here, right? Okay, this is like size. This is space. This is not super helpful. Like even the biggest size won't do. I wonder why I can't set my container width to, or maybe I had the container width. Oh yeah, I'm checking the container width for that stuff up here, and we're talking about the scroll view, right? Good point. The problem is if I've wrapped this around my scroll view, it looks totally different on mobile, and I have some padding here. That's definitely not what I want. So how can I give my scroll view a maximum width of maybe just like this? Maybe just like this. If Tamagui works as expected, then nah. No, this doesn't work yet. Why is it not working yet? Well, maybe we're gonna fix the styling issues later, and for now continue with the details page. Maybe you can also do like a pull request on the GitHub repository while I code. That would be pretty awesome. We wanted to do the details page. On the details page, we're gonna make a query for the actual movie details. So we have a movie query here. Equals use query. And again, same setup. It's not that hard to use Tanstack Query. It's really not. At least not the basic stuff. Like there's a lot more about caching, invalidation, mutations and whatnot. But the basic stuff, it's really easy and you should do it. You should certainly do it. Passing in the ID and the media type, right? Yeah, that's what get movie details expects. Okay. Once we got that, let's do our main view here. Actually, on this one, I'm gonna set this. Can we import this from my config? Okay, let's go to the Oppenheimer stuff. And then let's place in a nice little scroll view. I don't know really if we need the scroll view from Tamagui. I don't think so, but I will just do it anyway. Image background, once again. This time I want to use a different URI. Let's see. I want to use, first of all, the backdrop path. So this is the first one I want to use. And on that, I will then render another image. On that backdrop, I will render another. Thanks for subscribing. Then I will render another image using source. Oh, what was that? Maybe Copilot had this figured out all along. Could be potentially correct. Could be. Let's see. We gotta give this some width. So we can actually do it like this. So the Tamagui way. Width of 200 and height of 300. Yes, so here's Oppenheimer. This is the, okay, I can't use my thing, but here is the poster and this is the background stuff. I would love to draw on the background, but this is what happens when I want to draw on the background. Not really helpful. I don't know why it's showing. I made some setting in here in my screen brush tool, which says, hey, just give me a white background. That makes so much sense. Use tooltip green activator. I don't know. I've been using it for very long. And it just looks like I pressed some wrong key. How can I get full screen white? I don't want whiteboard. Hide for this display. Oh, I think I got it. Oh, we can draw on my stuff again. Nice. So here we go. This is, no, it just shows on the other screen. Awesome. This is the poster image, and the background image is actually the sky in the background. So let's give this image also a bit of margin. So let's use margin 20 and also a border radius 6, making it a bit rounded. Nice. All right. Hello, everyone. Hello, Fernando. Welcome to the special Black Friday stream. What do you use to draw those lines? Yeah, it's called screen brush. Screen brush. There are also like other things you can draw with it, but I just use that one basically. All right. We got another thing on the no. After the image background, I just want to render a simple Y stack, padding maybe 10. That could also have some animation, right? I think there's also an H1 component. Yeah, movie query, data title, or yes, Oppenheimer. Nice, here we go. But I want to set the, not the col, but the color. I'm pretty sure you can use, let's not use that. You can use Tamagui and colors in a way better way. I will figure this out. I will come back to you. It says, I don't know. Let's just use a darkish blue. Isn't that in the theme of our application? Yeah, something like this. Whatever. Then we can also have a text element after included even in the H1. Just need to make sure that we add text from Tamagui. Nobody's able to import text. Nobody. It's just nobody understands the pain that comes from manually importing text all the time. Okay, we got that. We got that. Let's add another paragraph element here with movie query data.tagline. Okay, that color looks not too good. Let's not use that. Let's use it like, oh no, it turns white. Did I want to give this like a background color? I don't think so. But why is it white? Maybe I should use L2. Maybe that's better. We're gonna keep this for now. We're not here to build the best looking application. So then we got movie query data. overview. Okay, that could be a bit bigger. So let's do font size 16. Color is in general already black, so we don't really have to do anything. Now let's just keep it like, I don't want to do too much on that screen. I just want to render some details. And that's, I mean, that's pretty much it. We could also give the text some nice enter animation. So let's give the Y-stay animation lazy, and then we can put in enter style. And for the enter style, I don't know, we're just fading it in. Or if we want to, we can also change Y. So see, now it comes in really, really smooth. Also on the web, looks pretty nice. I mean, the view transition from here to there is pretty hard. So I would probably also use the view transition. Or you could, oh, we could use, this would really be a nice case for a shared element transition, wouldn't it? This really screams like, do a shared element transition. It's really screaming for a shared element transition. I don't know. Do we have time for that? Why not? I mean, we could try. We could at least try to add a shared element transition. We do have Reanimated anyway. So since we have Reanimated, let's give this a try. For a shared element transition, we gotta go into Home and pick the image. What is the image? This is not the image. Oh, it's the movie card, right? Oh, that could. So we're gonna make this an animated image. So from Reanimated image, then we can add a shared transition tag. What is the shared transition tag? Yeah, well, it's not movie. I wouldn't call this movie. It's more like this here, right? Okay. What a horrible shared transition tag. By the way, this should now work. We can add the remove the to do. Okay, we have the shared transition tag here. Let's see if I put this in the details page as well on the image. So this gotta be an animated.image as well. Animate. Thanks for subscribing, whoever did that. Oh, if I do this in animated image, I can't use the properties I had before. Well, yeah. I mean, margin. Can probably do it like this. All right. Oh no, what is the media type? Okay, we got the media type. No panic, we got the media type. We got the media type. But what is the movie ID? Okay, that's just the ID. Okay, that's even better. Cannot find name media type. Yeah, that's because this is it. Okay, I think we've set up a shared element transition. Let's see how it works. I'm done. Wow. Wow. It just works. Nailed it the very first time. I nailed it. Mic drop, really. Oh my. Honestly, I didn't expect that it was working. I was expecting a totally messed up view, and it just worked the first time. Wow. Of course, it's not working for the squid challenge. This is even better than I expected. I don't know why it's only working for some. It's probably having a problem with TV. Is this live stream beginner friendly? You tell me. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. As we are already deep down in the code, it's probably not beginner friendly anymore at this point. But you can still watch from the beginning, or you can check out the GitHub repository that will also help you with a lot of things. So my only question here is now. Yes, here's the question. Now we got it. Now it should work for everything. I should probably do a reload now. So what is a movie and what is a series? Like this challenge here? Yep. Yep. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Does it work on the web as well? Or did I now break web? Okay, I did not break web. That is okay. I mean, I think they have like a fallback for web. Oh, I don't have a back button. There is a fix for this. There's a fix for this with the Expo Router. If you have like details pages that you could like navigate to directly, you should have in the next layout file something like export const unstable settings. And then goodness. Expo Router unstable settings. Initial route name, that's what I want to say. Initial route name index. Okay, so with that in place, what you got is, and I hope this works now. Okay, you go here and you still have the back button. Like if I refresh on that page, like if you send me a deep link or something, and then I still got the arrow. You might even not want to have that on the web, but still, I could also use a deep link for my native application. By the way, we also we could talk about custom URL schemes. That would be funny as well. So we have a somewhat sophisticated setup here. What did I want to show you as well? I wanted to show you how we can also use MMKV. Yeah, MMKV. So, MacroSavvy, you're making us all happy. You're a good guy. You look handsome. You're smart. You're like the perfect programmer, a perfect being. MacroSavvy, thank you so much for React Native MMKV and React Native Vision Camera. The only downside is that we need to do a pre-build, but the good thing is you learn about pre-build. Okay, so npx expo install React Native MMKV, and once we got that, I will just quickly do a little final commit here before commit and push. Yeah, save all committed changes, whatever. npx expo pre-build. Question from my side for the app.json. Do we have a scheme? Yes, we have. Okay, friends, what is an expo pre-build? Should we do a quick talk through? I think so. So far, we've used the Expo Go application. With the Expo Go application, we can instantly serve the Expo application. It's like a safe container to display our Expo React Native app. If we want to use a package that is not included in Expo Go, which is not part of the Expo SDK, like MMKV, like Flashlist, or like other packages, we're going to do a pre-build. In the past, you had to use eject. Like 3 years ago, everyone complained about eject. Eject actually doesn't exist anymore. There's now only pre-build. With pre-build, you basically create an iOS and an Android folder here in your Expo project. And then you can either directly launch from there, or you can even still use the Expo Continuous Native Generation, CNG, with npx expo run iOS, Android, / device, to directly run this native project, including the native changes on your device. Then you can also build like your custom dev client that is something additionally, but basically you're not losing anything by going for pre-build, right? You're gonna see this now. So I do npx expo pre-build here. I just hit enter. Yes, I want to use all these bundle names. That's fine. And now you see I got a new Android folder and I got a new iOS folder. Yes, MMKV does not work on the web. This is a little drawback here. I'm sorry about that. We're kind of breaking the web. We could probably implement a fallback for that, but ain't nobody got time for that. And why do I have 28 emails, unread emails during this stream? Are you all purchasing Galaxies Pro, or is this just random email spam? I don't know. Damn. If you did, thank you. Thanks again, Galaxies Pro, check it out. I think here down here is a text code BF2023 for a 40% discount. Okay, So this was the Expo Go client. Let's see how we... Hello. Hello, little application here. Okay, please go like... Why am I not... I messed up something. I can't close this anymore. I gotta click here. Okay, so the trick is now npx expo run. No, npx expo run iOS. Okay, that's what we want to do. Omar, greetings to Bangladesh. You're welcome here in this stream. We're 2 hours in. This is probably the longest stream I've ever done. I'm so happy when I'm done today. My throat is could be better, could be worse. I still don't need to go to the toilet, which is actually a plus. Maybe after this next cup of water. So you see, there's now a lot going on. Like, this is compiling our native iOS project. It's compiling a lot of the pod files and whatnot, all the things we have in that project. But once it's done, it should really quickly open up our simulator. And again, I could also deploy it to a device. Wouldn't make a difference. And then we got the same app. We got the same result, really. Also, there's one more thing. Maybe I can show you this already. So, because we're using draw navigation routes and whatnot, I could, in theory, directly open this, either with a deep link or with a URL scheme. And by default, the URL scheme is actually for iOS already implemented, because we have a scheme set up here in the app.json file. So if this is set up, I can actually use a URL link with movie start. I'm going to show you this. So let's open my app. Did I click on open or did I not click on open? Okay, looks good. Looks good. So let's see. A valid URL should look like this. Movie start. So I'm using my custom URL scheme. And then let's see how our path looks like. We have draw, I think I don't even have to include that, /home/movie, and then the ID of one of the movies. Oppenheimer movie, what is your ID? This is the Oppenheimer ID. Okay, so I could now have this somewhere as a link, and it should automatically open our application. I honestly, something I don't understand is why I can't open the switcher anymore from the bottom. This is really a pity. Let's see, if I go here and put in my link, can you see this? So this is movie start /draw/home/something, whatever. This wants to open this page in movie start. I click open. And voila, we are in the Oppenheimer movie. Hello, Expo Router, and thank you for being awesome. Thank you. This is great. This is just so much fun. So imagine you could send this link to somebody else who has the app. I know it is not URL, universal links, or app links, Android. There's a bit more in URL and validation of your domain. I'm actually working on a course about that for Galaxies, but custom URL scheme and diving right into it, it just works. It just works out of the box. Okay, where do you want to continue? We want to continue with MMKV. So let's go to my details page, back on the details page. Will this stream be posted? Yes, it will be posted on the stream. Just make sure you're subscribed to the channel to get notified about all the good things coming. What is this? I used a variable here and I have no idea why. Absolutely no idea what I did here. Absolutely no idea. Oh yeah, if we have if we have a super long text here, we might run into problems. Do we have something with a really long text? Not really. Well, then we just keep it like it is. Also, is this part of the universal apps with Tamagui queries? I'm really tempted to pick Galaxies with a discount right now. yes, I'm still working on that course, and while we speak and seeing your questions, I noticed that I definitely need to improve a few things and add something more about tokens, about themes. So yes, this will probably, we're gonna do this as the base in a theme, although it's gotta be a bit complex with the API interaction, everything like the drawer stuff. So maybe we're gonna like make the layout and routing a bit easier in that course and really try to focus only on Tamagui. But yeah, then it's definitely going to be part and a lot more about Tamagui, not just using a few components and throwing in a style and a color token here and there. That course will definitely be a bit more. Okay, so what I want to do now is on my details screen, and by the way, I don't know, yeah, I said this, yeah, code BF2023 will get you currently 40% discount on Galaxies Pro Annual. Because MMKV is really cool, we can now check if something is a favorite, set is favorite, and we're not using it like this. We will do it like the cool kids. What we use is we use MMKV, oh, no code completion. Come on, don't do this for me. I want to use MMKV Boolean. No, I don't want to use a declaration. Visual Studio Code is always killing like my good moments. It's so hard. Okay, so we're gonna check if something is a favorite by checking media type /ID. So that should be unique. And this just works. If you enter that page, MMKV will work like this. It will check if there's something stored, and then it will be set in a synchronous way. So no async call to async storage, which is really, really cool. Now, I don't only want to know if Oppenheimer is a favorite. I also want to update a list of favorites. So this is just like my shortcut to this. I will also keep track of favorites in general. And for that, I will use MMKV object. So there's a different import, a different hook from React Native MMKV that we can use. And that should give us a list or an array of favorites. Let's do a quick interface for that. Favorites.ts. Export type favorite. So really trying to embrace or use a lot of the best practices with TypeScript here in today. Okay, I don't want all of that. I want a media type here, which is of media type. Then I have probably, oh come on, name, which is a string, and a thumbnail, which is also a string. I think that should be enough. Okay, so now on the details page, I can also tell this is an array of favorites that we get. Okay, cool. Now I need a function to toggle that. So const toggle favorite, and in here, oh, we still also need a button to do this. So if you need an additional button and you haven't configured this, no problem. You can always just access stack screen in here and set this up. So now I can just say my options in here. Yeah, this is certainly not what I wanted to do, but let's do it for the import. So I just want the options, and I want header right. Actually, I could also set the title at this point if I wanted to. Header right will be set to a button. I think we're gonna use this from our Tamagui config. And on press, we're gonna call toggle favorite. And then inside, I will just place an icon. So ionicons, name, if it is a favorite heart, otherwise a heart outline. Yes, something like this. Oh yeah, now I noticed that at some point I used this 128 for the max width. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that later again. Okay, we got a button up here. Doesn't look great. So what we can do, and I found this somewhere, we can also set this to unstyled. So then we just need to use the button from Tamagui, I guess, and not from our configuration. So if I use the button here, what do we got? So a lot of unnecessary stuff. Clean this up a bit. Okay, now we got the button up here. The button calls toggle favorite, which doesn't do a thing. Also, I don't really like the color. Can we do a bit different color, please, and make this a bit bigger? Do I have to use the theme now? Probably, like, get themes. I mean, theme dot blue. No. How did we do this before? We used the theme already somewhere in some sort of layout. Theme, use theme, and then we use theme blue 7 get, something like this. I just need to find the page where we're editing this. Okay, can't read property get. That means we made a mistake here by get themes. It's not get theme, it's use theme, of course. Okay, yeah, if we use the same color like the bar, it's probably a bad idea. Yeah, better like this. We can also add a little animation here, like a press animation. Where did we use the press animation? Who can remember? Yeah, it was in the movie card. Maybe like this. Gonna place this on the I don't know if this works on the icon. No, not really. But on the button. I think it should work on the button. Do I have to set like the initial scale? How does it look on the web? Okay, on the web it's not working because we don't have MMKV. That totally makes sense. CorPro just purchased. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the support. I hope you enjoy it. Also, new office hours coming up soon. So there's even more beyond the Tamagui course that's included and that's going to be included. So back to this toggle favorite. Toggle favorite. Let's check if it's currently a favorite. So current favorites or an empty array. Actually, it doesn't make sense what I just said. So yeah, this is just keeping track of our current favorites. If the thing is not a favorite, then I want to add it. And I want to add it to my favorites. This is something I want to do afterwards. So afterwards, I want to set is favorite, not as favorite. That's pretty easy. But here I want to set it to everything that's currently a favorite. And then a new object. A new object with ID, media type, thumbnail, movie query data poster path, and the name is movie query data name. Okay, yep. Current is Matt. Let's see, where did we go wrong? ID is a string. And I set up my favorites to be, yeah, that's totally good, better. Okay, if we add something now, it will be added to our favorites. Because it's using this, we don't have to do anything else. It will be stored nicely. And if we want to remove it, we should set favorites, favorite filter. It should check if favorite ID, yeah, or if dot media type unequal to media type, yes. Gotta account for that. So TV and movie could have the same ID in theory. Okay, if I heart this, it has a heart. Leo has a heart. Oppenheimer has a heart. If I go back to Leo, it still has a heart. And this. So how can we confirm that we have these favorites? Well, we could just simply implement our favorites page. Do we have a favorites page? Yeah, we do. We do have a little stack layout here as well. The stack layout here should be pretty much the same setup as on the home page. So I will copy this over. And by the way, I will actually copy over these folders as well for a reason that I want to tell you in a second. So if I'm on the favorites list, I can go into a favorite and I want to stick or stay within this stack navigator. So the favorites page has its own stack navigator, and if I go into a movie page, I want to go into it right here or here in the TV page. I don't want to jump from the index to the movie here, because that means I would leave my current stack navigator and I would actually use the stack navigator from here. I can show you, it will otherwise look totally horrible. So on the favorites page, we can quickly get our stuff. That shouldn't be hard. In fact, it should be exactly the same like we just did. So on the favorites page, and it's so incredible, there's still 50 people on this stream. I know that Vadim is having his live stream as well. While I say it, it drops to 40, of course. Vadim is having 86 people. No, but I'm still happy that 40 people are here. And I don't know if you watch both streams and you've maybe silenced my stream. That would make me really sad. But it's so incredible to see all of you here in the stream. Being here, helping me out with Tamagui, asking questions, getting the Black Friday deal. This is really, I really enjoy today's stream, even if like, I guess later I can't talk anymore after this, but it's worth it. I'm doing this for you. We gotta have some fun. So let's just start with a lock on this page. If I now go to the favorites page, function not implemented. Okay, function not implemented. Okay, yeah, I should probably use MMKV object. Use MMKV import. It just added this damn function down there.
No problem.
Yeah, thank you, Siri. Why? Just, okay. Here we go, and I get a lock with two favorites. So our MMKV logic seems to work. Francis is asking, so instead of using use layout effect left and right components for back or favorite icon, you can use stack.screen. Exactly, yeah. This is exactly what you can do with the Expo Router. I think you can actually also do it with React navigation. So Francis is asking about this strange setup of adding my stack.screen here in the view. I could also use layout effect. It would actually still work the same, but I honestly sometimes think it would be better placed and use layout effect, as it looks kind of like, it's confusing in here. I mean, it's nice declarative, but it's also confusing. So it's like, I'm not sure exactly if I like it or not. All right, this is going to be my main. Didn't we have like a main from the config? Just a question. All right, and then we're gonna do another container here, and then I will just favorites map. This doesn't have to be anything fancy. In fact, it should at least be a scroll view. Scroll view. Okay. And then we have link components. Key, favorite, ID. This is not 2. This is still an href. I don't know when it will finally understand this. Let's see. Link something. Should be here. Okay, the href is of course different. The href is slash, and now it begins draw again, slash. Okay, now I can show you hopefully soon why or what's the problem. Then we got favorites, then we got movie and the ID. Then we have whatever included, I will just say as child. And once this is done, we got the brackets, we got more brackets, and then we're happy. Okay, Leo and Oppenheimer. Let's see, I want a daughter, whatever this is, and something else like the naughty 9, whatever this is. And I got my favorites. Okay, so our logic does work in general because MMKV, it just works. Really, it just works really great with these hooks from MMKV. Now we have an object with my favorites stored. I can just prepare a little view here. So let's see. I want to use a list item from Tamagui, which is one of the components. I actually don't know what belongs into the list item. I think the list item has some settings like title. So let's set the title to favorite.name. Okay, yeah, not too bad. I think it also has an icon. Icon equals then we got a component that we can place in here. So let's place an image inside. Source Yuri. Is this correct? Yeah, it's mostly correct. Nice, thank you. And then we can also change the size in here to, I don't know, one of these tokens. Let's use dollar. Where's my dollar sign here? Yeah, well, I've seen better lists in my life. I've seen better lists, but it's okay. Is there like a list thing with Tamagui? Let's check out. We haven't used a few of the components. There are actually so much more, a lot of the components. I could probably give this a different theme, right? Yeah, not dark. Can I give? What if I use light or alternative? Okay, yeah, then it's using like this. I kind of don't want to have the background color, right? I think the background color is not good. Okay, if I use it, like, what are we using actually as the background color, I wonder? Did we set up anything here? Subtitle, title. Did we set some sort of gray? Is it like gray? No, it's not really gray. I don't think the background color is gray. No, it's not. I don't know where the background color is coming from, to be honest. Background strong, press hover, background transparent, bluish stuff, color, gray, dark one. It's probably some sort of gray, but I don't really understand why and which. So I will leave it as it was. So if I now go here, it works. It kind of works. My shared element transition is broken. Oh, this is now like the next level. Doing a shared element transition here from an icon that's part of the list. Yes, the code is, I posted a link to GitHub already up front. You can all find this on GitHub, the whole code. I will commit again in a second. How did I do the shared element transition back here? Shared transition text. So this is what we need. So I will give this to my animated image. Okay, what do we got here? We got the favorite media type. And we got oh no, we don't have the ID. We do have the ID. Oh, nice. That means, in theory, we should have a shared element transition on the favorite screen as well. That was funny. That was funny because it transitioned from that home screen to here because it thinks like, oh, they have the same ID. We should do shared animation. Yeah, this is the right one. This is actually even cooler than the list we had on the first screen. I feel like this is really nice. I still don't know, like, I don't know. This is all blue theme. So if, now I can tell you, we set up this horrible file structure here, where we basically duplicated the movie TV stuff here and also had to include it in both layout files. I think there's a better solution. But let me show you the problem first. The problem is if we're now on the favorite screen and we would have only movie and TV under home, it would look like this. I would go to /drawer/home, whatever, and let's do a refresh. And let's see what happens. So this is my favorites, and I go to something. Okay, and I go back, and I'm like, huh? Where am I? You see, this is the problem. I was on the favorite screen, but then I navigated to the stack details page of the home layout of the navigator. And of course, if I go back, I'm back on the home screen. But that totally doesn't make sense. I want to be in the stack navigator of that favorites page. So I do have to stay in the stack navigator of the favorites page. All right. Hope that makes it really clear now. So otherwise, you're gonna have big problems. Also, using the same shared transition tag here and on the home page is probably not the best idea. Probably not. Let me do something. Okay, I want to commit, but I certainly don't want to commit. Oh my. What is the shortcut going back here? I certainly don't want to commit my iOS and Android folders. Okay. If we now go here, yeah, that looks a bit better. Okay, commit and push. Let's quickly check out my repository. Should be here, movie star stream. We could probably add a README. Can Copilot write a README for me? I really don't want to do this. README.md. Hey, the empty line said press I to ask Copilot chat. Welcome, ask Copilot. Please write a README file for this project that explains how to run it and that you need an API key which is placed in the .env file. Okay. Don't make it generic. You have access to my repository. You have access to everything. Great outline. Please make it specific for this project. Could you please provide details such as a project name? It's all here. It's all there in my editor. Just use the damn information. I'm asking again. Can you write a README about this project? Ah, come on. I hate you, Copilot. I hate you. I don't want to type this on my own. This is like movie star live stream. Check out the full live stream on my YouTube channel. Why am I not writing anything? Because I'm an idiot. Alright, check out the full live stream on my YouTube channel. What is this? This is a repository for live stream. In this live stream, I'm building a movie app. It's not Swift UI. React Native and the movie database. How to use this repository. No, there are not many branches. I actually wonder, did I commit my env file? No, yeah, of course I committed my env file with my API key. That's so genius, Simon. That's so genius. Just run. Yeah, well, npm install to install all dependencies, and then expo pre-build to generate, to create the native projects. Then run expo run iOS or expo run Android to start the app. Great documentation, huh? It's good. Okay, let's commit this for everyone so the repository is not looking super boring and empty. And then we can talk about some last last minute changes. Okay, I should really end. Okay, I think this was the sign that we should end. Okay, here's the final repository. I don't feel like I can optimize the code anymore at this point, because I think my voice will leave me pretty soon. So I think, and I really hope you enjoyed this stream. It was 2.5 hours. We explored Expo Stack and why it's great. We used Tamagui for all of these cool things. There's a lot more coming that I want to put up on Galaxies. We use Tanstack Query because even for simple fetch queries, it makes sense to use Tanstack queries. We had some animations from Expo Stack, and we used MMKV to build a nice list of favorites. And we could even include in the list that we used Expo Router and built file-based routing here. Just to wrap this up, there are things that I would like to improve, and I think that could be improved. So yes, the web UI could be improved. MMKV is not working on the web. And then this mess of files. So you can have shared routes, like a folder name with favorites, comma, something, and then it duplicates the files. But I just couldn't get it to work correctly here yet. Maybe in the future. But maybe this is also something that we gonna do on my workshop. As I said, the React Native Expo Router workshop, December 14. There's still a few slots left. If you are interested, I limited to this, I think, to, not too many, like really just a handful of people, 5 to 10 or something. So if you're interested, check this out. Link is, let me put the link, workshop, sign up here. Gonna put this in the comments or somewhere else as well. And with that, I hope you had a great Black Friday. I'm thankful for this community, for your support. A few of you already purchased Galaxies Pro during the stream using code BF2023. I think it's going to be valid until Cyber Monday. So if you watch this on Saturday, Sunday, you should still be able to purchase the annual subscription for 40% discount. Thank you, Francis, Edward, Andrew, everyone who's been part, Philip, for all the feedback regarding Tamagui, for all the help, for the support and all the other videos, and I hope you're gonna get some great Black Friday deals as well. So it's been a pleasure. I will sign off and hopefully get my voice back soon, so then I will be back next week with something else. So hope you enjoyed it. If you did so, support me where you can, or just leave a like, subscribe, and share this video. That would already mean a lot to me as well. So have a great weekend. Thank you and happy coding.